Today is D Rose Day. All right, 1/4/25. He's going to be honored tonight at the UC, at the United Center, for his time as a Chicago Bull, but really I think his career in general. And I wanted to do something special for this occasion and do another reaction video to some of the best Derrick Rose highlights of his career. But of course, I am not alone today. All right, if you are familiar with Hip to the Games and the podcast, you know this guy needs no introduction. He has been a part of the podcast for many times now. Obviously, my twin brother Devaughn is here to help me out, and we're going to react to some of D Rose's best highlights. You ready, bro?
Let's go, man. Let's go.
All right. Now, before we do it, though, Devaughn, what is like the one, two questions. What is the first thing that comes to mind, like, when you think Derrick Rose?
Man, first thing that comes to mind is just, like, how rare he was. Like, just physically, one of the, Stacey King said, like, the biggest, the strongest, the fastest to ever do it at the point guard position, and to be so creative at the same time. Like, dude, like, really had it all. Like, nobody, you couldn't really compare him to anybody else.
Facts, bro. Facts. All right, and then because it's Hip to the Games, what's the kind of the first song you think of when you think of D Rose? I always have one in mind, but like I'm always curious to see what yours is.
Man, I don't know. Like, I always go to Middle Child by J. Cole.
Ooh.
Like, just the way that he went about his game. Like, it was just like smooth, and it was tough and calculated, like, all at the same time, but he made it look so easy.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's interesting. I didn't think you would go that route, but that's interesting. Yeah. And be sure to comment your word, first word that comes to mind when you think of the great D Rose, and I want to see your songs in the comments below. But with all that out the way, let's get right into the reaction video. All right, let's see. Oh, they starting out with the dunk. Bruh. To do it, to go off two and back scratch it on somebody is crazy.
Yeah, like, you could tell, like, Dragic he didn't think he was going to jump. That one was always one of my favorites.
Yeah, it was clean. It was clean. He had some good ones that second season, his second year in the league. Uh-oh. Got him. And, bro, what gets me is these dudes grew up playing with D Rose. They grew up in the tournaments and stuff, and you still getting absolutely done by him. And this is the definition of cooked.
Poor Andre.
That's the definition of cooked. Oh, yeah, man.
It's classic.
Bro, that step back J. A lot of people talk about the step back three, but the step back midi is like it. That was a move that I started doing in like 6th grade. Kemba Walker, his famous game with it was a step back midi. D Rose signature was like a step back. It kind of evolved to the side step midi. And then Devaughn, I know you remember this because like especially the way this game was, bro, with Milwaukee being so close to the Shy, Bucks games always felt like home games.
They really did. Like, they were like secondary home games. It was wild. Like, the fact that we had that much influence on that city.
Yeah, for real. And even like you can see in the crowd, like, look at all these red. You see so much red. Like, obviously the Bucks had red in theirs, but obviously, like, that ain't for the Bucks.
Those are definitely that was another classic one. That was like his first buzzer.
Yeah. This one. I want to go higher.
Shout out Ronnie Brewer, man.
Yeah. We had some unorthodox alley-oop dudes. Oh, this is one of my favorites. He almost hit his head, too. Like, what you jumping that high for? But it's like, he had to go get that thing. I always like that one. I like when D Rose did a flashy pass. Because, like, it's like what Joakim always said. Like, he's so low-key with it. And okay, maybe unpopular opinion, but that dunk, I knew he was going to get MVP. I feel like it's one of those plays. Like, it was a signature play. And, like, what, Devaughn, what did you always say? Like, those first, because that was one of the first few games of the season. And homie was averaging, what, like 33?
Yeah, like 20-something and 8. Like, like 24 and 8, but it probably was higher at that time. But yeah, no, I feel you in saying that because, like, you could play it again. Like, that dunk was always, you kind of lull them to sleep, like, just by being patient, and then boom, just exploding straight to the rim. Like, there's no way you're stopping that once he gets in the paint.
Yeah. And I feel like, and that wasn't the clearest lane to the rim. Like, there were still some bodies kind of standing in there, I feel like. Like,
Yeah, no,
you know what
I
I
see what
mean?
you're saying.
Like, usually you dunk when it's wide open, but like, right here, he was probably like, I'm dunking that thing. And Luol probably like, yeah, I need to get out the way. Like, look at that. Who would back scratch in that? I mean, I guess. You know what I mean? I just feel like he was different, bro. This is one of his most underrated. Like, the back cut. Acrobatics, bro.
Shot.
Over the stinking shoulder.
Like, almost lost it and then had to.
And put the perfect spin. Put the perfect spin on it so it could go straight in. Didn't even play the glass. This was a dope game. He had like 3 dunks this game. Like, his legs was feeling good. You know, I think it's the Garden. It's the Garden.
Yeah, that was another signature dunk.
Yeah.
Classic moment there too.
Like, and the audacity for Kobe to attempt the game-winning shot over like all of our players after that, and then D Rose had the audacity to like shoot a floater over their like, look at like the outstretched hand of Pau Gasol, and technically Derek Fisher.
Yeah, you knew it was coming. You just had to stop it. They weren't able to. Like, D Rose had that touch, man.
For real.
That was a cold game too. He blacked out.
He did, because he wasn't dunking as much in 2012. Like, that's a good way to put it. He definitely blacked out.
This is my favorite game, probably, like, all time of his, or one of them.
You remember his stat line? What stat line did he have that game?
39, 5, and 7, I believe.
Bro, that TNT, them games versus Boston used to hit different. Like, that first round series in 2009 set off everything. And, bro, folks ain't doing that no more. The in and out into the spin, and you cooked Andre Miller again. What is your beef with that dude, man? What is your beef with that guy? And he missed the joint, but it's so crazy. And look, like, Andre calling for help the minute he did the in and out. He cooked John Wall, too. He had to show John Wall what was up. Oh, that joint right there. That joint right there. Look, this is going too fast. It's not showing the replays.
Yeah.
I don't really like that one. But, like, the hezzy, get him thinking you going for the shot, just cross over. Rondo didn't know what to do, and then, boom, you take off here. Look at that. Packed lanes. Packed lanes. So you had to use the acrobatic, athletic ability to go around and through, like, what?
Like, he was so unpredictable in the air.
Really?
Like,
Really, though. Oh, this one.
he was going to find a way. It's just cold.
Now, I feel like another one of those MVP moments.
Yeah, you knew, like, it was different this season.
Oh, I always liked this one from his rookie year. Poor Jose Calderon. Always been an underrated defender. So you see 2 straight defensive plays right here. Bro, this series, I remember it like it was yesterday. Like, these games were so lit. And it's like what I say all the time about the NBA. Like, the way it was back then, different. You had more series like those ones. Obviously, that's like a once-in-a-blue-moon kind of series with all the overtimes and everything. But the intensity is like everything you love about the NBA.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And, like, this last stop on Rondo is funny. And I remember, like, the anxiousness of, like, that final play, even though, like, Rondo was not a scoring threat.
Yeah.
But, like, you were still nervous because the way the games were, like, everybody was trading baskets. It seemed like everybody was going to make a big play.
Yeah, they were not, like, you could look, they were not letting them get to either of these guys on the perimeter. They were really letting Rondo, they were like, you got this, Derrick. And look, Joakim, always there for help, like, always with his boy. It's like, especially at that, that would have been a tough pass to make to get it to Eddie House.
Yeah.
Because you got this Luau.
Yeah, it looked like it.
Yeah.
It looked like it.
Cause, you know, he's right there too. So, you know, he could get a read on that play if Rondo tried to make that pass. But, like, and look at that. They were up 3-2, bro. And to take it to 3 overtimes and then win the game, like, I know they were sick, bro.
Yeah.
They were sick. Boston was sick because that shows like the fight that we had in that team. Like
we were doggish.
Yeah, for real.
And so under the radar. But we were so doggish.
Like that is like your when you up in the series like that, and obviously if you're on the road, you want to take care of business and get that fourth win, especially on their floor. And for us to like have the audacity to say no 3 times, basically, like you know, like we were so cold, man. It was such a great series.
Yeah.
Still to this day is probably my favorite playoff series all time.
It's up there.
Because like
it's up there.
That really I remember even back then thinking like, man, we really might do this, like to knock out the Celtics. And yeah, they didn't have KG for like much of that series, if not the entire series.
Pretty much the whole. He missed I think the whole first round, and then didn't come back till second round or middle of the second round, something like that.
Yeah, like once we like pushed it here, I'm like, dang, we really might do this. Like that would have really shook up the East, even though Orlando ended up coming out.
Yeah.
Coming out of the East that year. I think we really would have been that Cinderella team.
For real, bro.
How we knocked out Boston.
For real. And like it's funny, look at everybody on the floor for Chicago. Kirk, D Rose, Salmons, Luau, Joakim. In three overtimes we still got our starters in. They over here with Scalabrini, Eddie House. That looks like Ray or Paul. I can't tell.
It looks like Ray. I'm pretty sure that's Ray because.
Oh, yup, it's Ray. And then, and that was old Stephon Marbury in the game. So, yeah, man, we still had our starters in, dog.
Rose drives.
This game was good. That was a good game. Oh, the Hawks battles were always different because they were on the come up too.
Yeah, for real.
And they had a nice core.
Oh, yeah, this is
the
another
power
one up there.
That's a
One of
great
my
game.
favorite games.
Great game.
He was on fire. That game.
Behind the back. Excuse me, Kobe. Oh, this.
Andre Miller, third time.
He ain't never learned. Oh, this, bro.
Dude, I still remember watching that game, man.
That game, remember that was the game where they were allegedly crying in the locker room? And, like, I remember going to school and everybody's talking about it, and we're like, do you think D-Wade cried? Do you think LeBron cried? And then D-Wade got on. I'll never forget D-Wade was at the press conference, and he was like, why you ask me if I'm crying? Ain't nobody crying. And everybody was like, that means he cried.
Yeah, they were definitely hurt. They were definitely hurt by that loss.
Yeah.
Because they were up, and, you know, it was another one to, like, kind of come back win, especially, again, on the road. Like, you know, D-Rose leading the charge, like, you couldn't stop him. Even if you were the Heat, you couldn't stop him. I mean, the conference finals was a different story, but
even if you were the Heat, you couldn't stop him.
yeah, man. But, you know, the conference finals ended up, you know, being a different story. But still, even then, like, you know, that's where, like, D-Rose kind of had that, like, AI to him where, you know, he was going to keep coming at you no matter what.
For sure.
And, you know, even that, like, you were only going to stop him, like, probably 20% of the time, if that, you know, like.
Yeah. And it's like, it didn't, that's why they had to trap him, you know? You couldn't do nothing with him one-on-one. You had to trap him. Little preseason action. Oh, reject the screen. Reverse. Bro, you couldn't do nothing with this man. I remember watching this game. This was like one of his first, or like the first home game since the injury. Flashes.
Just rhythm, man. Just rhythm.
Look, just excellent at rejecting the screen. Him and Darren Williams are two of the best I've seen at rejecting screens. Bro, that's so different. And oh my gosh, stop going to the next highlight so fast. Bro.
Get the pressure off him right there with just that
little stunt dribble. Yeah, bro.
Back it up, get you where I want you.
In and out cross.
Now I'm just having fun with it.
Yeah.
Like, this is just at the playground.
Like, get off me. Like, I'm going to make you get off me. And because of that, now you got to watch me. Yeah. Now you got to watch me.
Pretty much.
Tween.
Nobody's blocking that.
God's covenant over Chris Bosh. That spin move floater was a great move for him. Look at against the trees. Oh, I love this, bruh. One of the best instinctual players I've seen. One of the best instinctual players. And for what? For what, Derrick? I miss when he used to dunk like on people like that. But that's insane. He didn't have to do the. He didn't have the Pacers game.
Yeah, that game. Yeah, because it was like one of the last games of the season. He had like 42 again. For the second time that year. Yeah.
Did we end up losing? Because look at that.
Yeah, I think I'm trying to remember. I think we might have lost. We might have lost that one. Like we came back and made it like tight, but we still lost, I think.
Because these Pacers were good too. These Pacers, like they were building the blocks that we would eventually see in 2012. You know, they gave the Heat a good fight. 2013 obviously was the rise of PG. Like, so we got like the early taste. We beat them just in time. But it's funny, you think like, say D Rose was healthy, things worked out, we would have ran into them again. We would have ran into them again.
Yeah.
So it's interesting to see how like the lore, if you will, plays out. You know.
Yeah. No, really.
I always like that dunk. Just punched it in and out. Oh, Amari. Dude. See, that's why I be saying, bro, these big men don't want to get in their stance. Just hit them with something quick. Spin move on Joe Johnson.
Oh, yeah.
You tried it. You tried it. Oh, Lil Nunu. Lil Nunu on David Lee. Bro, that's the best thing you can do. That's one of the best things you can do when you come off a pick and roll. I'm going to need the buffering to stop. Thank you. So you come off, and the bigs, again, he don't want to get in his stance. So you have free reign to hit him with an in and out, or as D Rose did here, you hit him with a you drop that dribble to your left side and you just cross over. Like,
Yeah.
so you don't block the shot. Oh, this was crazy. Showing some
That was
footwork.
another MVP play right there.
Yeah. Yeah. And again, showing that footwork against a guy like Kobe who had just as great footwork.
Oh, I remember that game. He had like 17 in the first quarter of that game. We was going nuts.
I kind of remember that. I think I remember that game too.
It was like 17 or 19. Like, go ahead, look at us up 68-44.
Crazy. Oh, signature. Oh, bro. Bro, if I had $1 for every time I saw you practice that move in the house, like air dribble, outside, like hit him with the Jamal Crawford on Brandon Jennings, and now you playing because great cut from Ronnie right here. Like just being awareness again.
like,
What you look at?
all that
Everybody, everybody's looking at dude, bro. Oh my gosh. That was a solid recovery by Larry Sanders, though, but everybody was looking at D Rose, bro. Well, you caught that at the neck.
Punching it home.
They don't dunk like that no more. Ja do, but that's really about it. D Rose midi was so underrated, Vaughn.
Oh, straight up.
Sharp as heck. Halloween, that was a big deal because again coming from the injury,
Yeah.
that was a big deal. Dope jersey combo there too.
Yeah.
Oh, over the top, bro. You know how high you gotta jump? I think I saw that play on social media the other day, and I just always am so impressed with how high D Rose got to finish that. I wish they showed the close-up replay because, like, you can't really see it from that angle. But again, to get by another Chicagoan and Tony Allen. But you could see Tony Allen was playing moderate because, again, at that point, D Rose was such a threat at the rim.
Yeah.
You still want to you'd rather give him the J.
Yeah.
And the shot clock going down. But
you
again,
don't want to foul him yet either, because
everybody know what's coming. Look at who wide open. Look who wide open over there. Kyle. But D Rose is clutch time. 95, 93, 12 seconds left. Let me hit the dagger. I'm going up over you.
cold.
Yeah,
That
man.
was so cold. I remember this game too. This was a fun one to watch.
Yeah. I think that game might still be up on YouTube. I ain't no snitch though. because I don't know if it's official. I don't know if it's official.
Oh yeah.
Man, we were supposed to win this series, man. We were supposed to be in the finals versus the Golden State Warriors. I don't care what nobody say. 14-15 was our deepest roster we've had in a minute.
Yeah, I say that too, Des. I'm always like, every time I think about this series, I'm like, this was our, like, the second chance we had.
The
been
one that
waiting
got
for.
away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, we talked about 2011, and then obviously we know what happened the next year. But since that year, this was the first year where I was like, we can definitely get past Cleveland.
Yeah.
We can get past Cleveland.
Yeah. And 2014-15, like, I don't know what it was, but LeBron had a slower year that year. And I know I was guilty of, like, at that moment, I remember being like, okay, I think bro is on the decline. Not like some crazy decline, but I was like, I don't think he's going to be running the East no more. So I knew this was our best chance to, because he wasn't having, like, the craziest season, statistically at least. But, man, they jacked up that timeout with us that I don't even want to talk about it. But at least he had this moment, bro. This was his
Especially at
first,
home.
his first, like, legit joint
In the playoffs,
in
like-
the playoffs. Try me.
Oh, the Colt,
The comeback
watching that, bro?
in mom's room, bro. Yeah, man.
That was so fun.
Wait, Vaughn, I want to see if you'll if you'll be the one to point it out. Spin move. Oh, they won't show the other one, will they? Oh, yes, they will. This was a different mode.
Yeah.
As shy as he was, earmuffs. Earmuffs. I love when Inglewood came out, bro. Cause
Yeah.
D-Rose like, man, why are we losing game one to these fools? But I told you, Indy was on their way, bro. Indy was on their way. They gave us a solid fight. I think we won in 5 still. We kind of gentleman sweep,
Yeah,
but
Especially to beat game one. That they props to them. Like I will forever give the Pacers props for that. For especially the way the year was going, like to come out like that and test us in that way.
Yes.
And then for
Yes.
us to like then prevail, like that it took pretty much all the way to the end to get the lead. Because we didn't have the lead at all. I don't think until
dang.
until that I think once Kyle Korver hit that three. when
Oh,
Derrick
my gosh.
passed, that was the first time we had the lead in that game.
Wow.
Like that's how wild it was.
That was a rough game, but I remember, Vaughn, we were glued to the TV like there's still a chance. And I think that whole year we were like, we had seen so
we
many.
had been there before. Like,
Yeah.
man. It was like it's just another fourth quarter. We gotta come through. It's the playoffs. It's gonna be tougher, but
We be
I think
alright.
we knew.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's just not that time yet.
Man, the memories. This the jump pass right here, right?
Yeah,
Bro. Didn't even have
like
to do
hang in
that.
the air like that.
That was his Air Jordan. Was midair passes.
Yeah, like the reverse layups and the midair passes.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. Look at that.
he really had Hall of Fame bailout.
He
I've
did.
never seen anybody bail out passes.
Oh, I don't even remember that one.
Dang, I really don't remember that one. That's wild.
Oh no, another one of them flip joints over my head. And like it's funny looking at clips like that. Like, bro, the defense is chasing him.
Yeah.
The defense is chasing him. And just the instinct. Oh yeah, in unpopular opinion, we would have beat them, I think.
Yeah, I see. I be thinking that too, but I'm like, I don't know if we would have had an answer for Steph Curry. But I believed in our defense more than like other teams. You know what I mean?
I feel you. I think that's why I
believe
say
in our
that so
defense.
confidently. I think that's why. I think that's what's wrong with me. I believed in our defense a little too much.
Our defense and our rebounding.
Because in my eyes, because we if I'm correct, we got Kirk back that year
Oh yeah.
through trade. Even though he was older, I think he would have been our like cheat code on Steph. Because Jimmy got Clay. Jimmy got Clay. Luau wasn't out here. Jimmy got Clay. I ain't tripping about nobody else outside of that. David Lee, well, Joakim probably would have, we had Joe, we had Taj, we had Powell. Or no, I don't think, I don't
Powell
think we
came
got
after.
15, 16, yeah. I don't know, man. I still like our chances. Because when the Warriors wasn't scoring, they wasn't doing nothing. But this was crazy. Under your arm, dude. Under your arm. Hit that deodorant layup. Again, legs feeling good. Yeah. Miami, we on the road, make a statement. And we were struggling so bad, I think.
Man.
And
these
so
were the sparks
yes,
that we needed.
Yes, and then, bro, poor Joel Anthony. Body to body. It's a wrap for you, Round. I'm going to go around that and round that and wrap around and round that. How you going to get around that, Joel? It's a wrap for you, Round. But then it was a wrap for us, Round, because...
It lasted, like, that spark lasted about 2 seconds.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah, that's a solid one. These little floaties.
One-handed.
Like, bruh. And it looked like nothing happened.
Yeah.
Oh, not the Knicks.
Yeah.
Ooh, Devaughn.
That was so
Talk
cool.
about it, bro.
That was so cool. Like, even like David Fisdale, he was already smiling once Conley got home.
Ain't no way.
He was already smiling, bro. David Fisdale
Oh,
knew it was coming.
that's
He knew it was
insane.
coming.
I didn't even see that. I didn't even see that.
That's what always gets me is David Fisdale, man.
Vaughn, I've never noticed that, and as many times as that clip. That's my favorite D Rose layup, I think.
Yeah, the hanging in the air and
Bro,
another wraparound.
how you gonna get around that? Bro, on the other side, up, around, wrap around, English, little English.
Body control, the strength, like that is tough.
Bro, D Rose, Nick, first year,
Nick's D Rose was
nasty.
Yeah.
And they didn't do nothing with this right, but, you know.
Yeah, he did have that ankle injury though, that kind of.
And he doing the same stuff, but just at a controlled rate.
Yeah.
And that was cash. That's when he started doing the sidestep. And nobody could guard it. He had a few of those in that Timberwolves Pistons years. Look, he's just doing the same stuff, but just way more controlled.
Yeah, for real, man.
Like, even that was straight MVP D Rose. Like, bro. D Rose had such a controlled game. Like, you
Especially once the floor opened up, like as the game evolved.
Oh, that's when it got dangerous.
Yeah.
That's when it got dangerous. I'm telling you, D Rose, man. I think people get lost in the athleticism and everything, but if you actually pay attention to how he plays the game,
Oh yeah.
he's
like,
tactical. He's tactical.
Like really one of the best to ever do it. Like when you really think about it and see it, like just because the mid-range game was always his bread and butter. Like first and foremost.
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
that was automatic. If you gave him space, or even if he didn't have it, he could create it. You know, and then obviously the strength, the quickness, the speed to get to the rim, the playmaking ability, like the IQ, like, you know, D Rose really had something special. Like he had it all. He had it all.
For real, bro. For real. Cool stuff.
Rose. Derrick Rose has 41.
It was a really.
Oh, and when the jumper going?
It's a new career high for Derrick Rose.
Vintage. He was doing that his rookie year legit, Vaughn. That's what, because you had to have that in your game going against Yao Ming. Look, he did it twice in one game. You had to do that playing against Yao Ming. These youngins don't know nothing about that because they not facing Yao Mings. But good thing there's Victor Wembanyama's and Chet Holmgrens out here and Zach Edey's. You got to pull that stuff out.
Yeah,
But I was about to say we didn't even talk about that. I'm sorry.
The 50, like, I remember like when I seen that, like, just being so like happy and proud of him, because like he had never reached 50, and there were games he could have definitely did. Yeah, you know,
or like what Jeff T was saying, you be
yeah,
you be well, I forget what word he used, but you be
like hanging him out to dry.
Yeah,
like, you don't want to fight back just because. But no, it was,
you spared me, right? That's what
you
spared me.
But yeah, it was a really dope moment to like see that, and you know, after everything like he had went through, and you know, it was just cool. Like, it kind of showed like he could still do that. Like, you know, he could still give out that work on any given day,
on any given body.
Yeah, for real.
Because that's what I loved about it, bro. It's like, and you know, Vaughn, like growing up in Illinois, like you could see this. This is what I always say. You could see how everybody turned on him. I know right now in the past few years, like D Rose is like quote unquote the most beloved player in NBA history, but it wasn't like that. Like some of the fans out there don't know how the media turned on him, the fans turned on him. We going to school and everybody like D Bench and D Hurt, you know what I'm saying, instead of D Rose, like, and for him, to your point, for him to do this, and I remember going on Twitter and it's like, oh, D Rose got 32 already, D Rose got 36. D Rose got 42. I'm like, bro.
Yeah.
At
like,
this point,
once it keeps going, you like,
yeah.
So it's something special is brewing. Like it clearly they ain't stopping it. Like you know, and he keeps going.
And he knew, and that's the thing, Vaughn. It's what he always said through, even from the ACL rehab, the meniscus, the ankle, whatever it was. That's what this moment is. And hold on, let me play it real quick. When he started crying and throwing that towel, that's the work.
Yeah.
That's the rehab. That's the haters. The people you want to go on the internet and cuss out, but you can't because you got to maintain your humility. You got to maintain your professionalism as a public figure. All those things. That's what this is. That's why I love this moment, because it was like what you said. It was his finally like, yes, I showed y'all.
That
I
game
showed myself.
was his like ultimate sign of perseverance.
Yes.
You know, I feel like like you say, I didn't quit. Like through everything, I didn't quit. I didn't give up, and I gave him my all. So it was like really cool for him to have that moment. Because it's probably something in some sense he had been longing for.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Because sometimes like you go through things like that, and I think that kind of goes through your mind, like do I still got it? Like can I still?
Am I still top dog?
Yeah. And I feel like that kind of showed like.
When I can turn it on,
Yeah.
y'all lucky that I'm matured and I'm in my role. Because if I was 22 again, it's 25 and 7.
Every night. Like.
But no, that's well said, Vaughn. And I think it's just the way I see Kobe's 81. Like, you work for that. Your shots in the gym is so you can do that. If that makes sense.
Yeah. No, for real.
27, 5 and 5 is what you gonna do because you a human being. But you work out for perfection. So you can do 81. And I think, to your point, the rehab, yes, it's to get back. And I'm sure there were moments he like, man, why am I coming back? People probably in his ear like, bro, why you even keep trying? That's why.
Yeah.
I done been through so many surgeries, I can drop 50 in an NBA game still. Different. Because most people would have gave up. Different.
MVP, Rose.
Oh, yeah, this game winner.
Derrick with the drive.
Spin move. Come on, bro. And that's on Drew. I hope y'all seen that, man. That's on Drew Holiday. That's on Drew Holiday. Pelicans, Drew Holiday didn't get a lot of love in terms of his defense. I feel like he wasn't really getting that best defender in the NBA tag till like Milwaukee. But he was always a good defender, and D Rose just gave him that work. Spin move. He messed up, A.A. Ron. Oh, we even got Phonem. Oh, look,
2-0 turn.
Diamond season, man. What a joy to go down memory lane with you, man. Seeing a lot of our favorite plays that we grew up with and things of that nature, man, is dope to do that with you, Vaughn. We definitely hope you enjoyed this video going down memory lane with D Rose. If somehow D Rose see this, man, like, you are the bomb. You already know what it is. You are Chicago's boy. As I always say, like, what a great career. Awesome that the NBA and especially the Chicago Bulls is going to celebrate you on this day. And again, like, I'm tired of the what if talk. You know what I mean? Like, I just want to enjoy it, man. Like, I'm at that point where I'm kind of annoyed with the whole, oh, Derrick Rose would have been so good. Like, nah, everything unfolded the way it did so he could have the kind of perseverance, inspirational story that he has right now. And that part is beautiful. That's just as beautiful as a championship, as the Hall of Fame. Like, he's stamped, bro. He's stamped. So, any last words, Vaughn?
Yeah, man, you said it. Like, I think the thing I've been thinking about is kind of watching him, like, since he retired. And I think it's the same way of, like, any other of the most, like, iconic players, like our favorite players. D. Wade, Vince Carter, like, whoever. Like, just to see him enjoy retirement and, like, do the things that maybe he didn't really have the time for, or, he didn't have, like, the space for throughout his career, because obviously that's like very demanding.
Yeah.
So I'm excited to see where he goes from here, and just kind of the way that he kind of like explores all avenues, like all interests. Because I think that's another thing too. Like people don't realize like kind of how like what D Rose is like. As far as because like he's got like the chess and things like that. I feel like he's a very like kind of studious dude. Like he's like eager to learn and things like that,
That's
and
a good
apply
point.
it and share it. So like I'm excited to see how he goes from here. But you said it, man, and I know he's gonna be and probably already has like given out his roses to the people that impacted him. But man, I feel like now's the time, man, to receive all yours. Like
Ooh, well said.
So I'm excited for him, man, and I know like the UC is gonna be jumping for sure.
Yeah, man. Well said, Vaughn. Well said, man. There you have it. We just reacted to some of D Rose's best highlights of his career. Be sure to leave a like, a comment your favorite moment, comment your favorite memories. I know I'm anxious to read those. I know my guy here is going to read them too. Be sure to subscribe and continue to do those things. And, if you want to see more videos like these, if you definitely want to see more videos with my guy, we could definitely make that happen. But that's a wrap for this one. Shout out D Rose. Great career. Yep.
MVP forever, man.
Forever and always.